Hey guys, Random Chaos here with the video again. Second one of the week. I'm on a roll. Hopefully I can keep them up. So in this video, I'm going to be doing my very first 2021 NFL mock draft. It's a little bit early, a couple of months away, for the draft. But it's football. What better way to make our team seem better than to do the draft, right? So let's get this thing going. So, with the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the New York Jets trading down. Guys, I see them trading down. I don't feel like the Jets are gonna give up. I'm sorry, they're freaking loud. I don't see the Jets giving up on Sam Darnold just yet. I think that they know what they're gonna get if they trade this thing down. A lot of teams in the past. Like the Rams, who traded with the Eagles, I believe, a couple of years ago in 2016. They got a lot of compensation for that very first overall pick. So let's get back to the pick. Like I said, I think that the Jets know what they're gonna get. So with that saying, they ended up trading the first overall pick to the Denver Broncos, guys. Yes, the Denver Broncos moved from number 12 to number 1. Guys, look, John Elway has been itching at trying to do whatever he can to make the Broncos good again. He traded up for Drew Lock a couple of years ago, and it just has not been working. Drew Lock he's shown signs that he can be a very good starter, but the offensive line is not that bad this year. Not how it was a couple of years ago, and he's just getting injured. He's inconsistent. So I think with that being said, John Elway says, you know what, this is my chance, the future of this team. Trades up to number 1 from number 12. Gives up a lot. I'm not gonna lie, they give up a lot. I'll give you guys the details right now. So with the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select quarterback Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson. Arguably, Trevor's the best quarterback coming into this draft. A lot of people thought he was gonna enter last year's draft, and he waited it out, and now he is rightfully the first round pick here. Moving on with the before we move on, let me tell you guys what the trade was. So New York Jets trade their first round pick number 1 to the Denver Broncos. And their 2022 fourth round pick to the Broncos in exchange for the Broncos' 2021 first round pick 12, 2021 third round pick, 2021 fifth round pick, and the 2022 first and third round pick is what the Broncos are giving up. So yes, it's a lot, but like I said, usually first overall picks go for a lot. So again, basically what it is, 2021 first, third and fifth, and 2022 first and third for the number 1 overall pick. So moving on with the second pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars selecting quarterback Justin Fields. Look, guys, they tried Minshew Mania. It's just not working out. He's very inconsistent. The offensive line is getting older by the pretty much by the game. If you didn't think about it, they used to have a very good O-line, and then it's just deteriorating. They still got Brandon Linder, they still got Norwell and all them. So they gotta get a quarterback that's worth it, and Fields is the right quarterback for them. With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Cincinnati Bengals bolstering their offensive line with none other than offensive tackle Penei Sewell out of Oregon. Arguably the best offensive tackle, offensive guard, or lineman in general in this draft, in my mind. So, now they got, what's that guy's name? Who did they draft a couple of years ago? I forgot what his name was, but he's going to be a very good matchup along with Sewell. With the fourth pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Carolina Panthers selecting cornerback Jace Horn out of South Carolina. Look, guys, the Panthers have not had a great corner since Josh Norman's 9 picks in like 2016. I mean, yes, they got Dante Jackson. Yes, he's a good player, but that's just one dude. Other than that, they don't really have anyone. I mean, they got Jeremy Chin, but that's a safety. So I think Jace Horn's a perfect fit. He may not be the best cornerback in this draft in my mind, but he's possibly the most athletic behind another cornerback that I'll be announcing later on. So moving on with the 5th pick in the 2021 NFL draft, I have the Atlanta Falcons selecting defensive end Gregory Rousseau out of Miami. Look, guys, the Falcons have needed a pass rush game for so long. They haven't had a pass rush, the ability to pass the quarterback since, I want to say since the 14.5 sack season from, what's his name? What's that guy's name they used to have? I always forget his name. But you Falcon fans, know who I'm talking about. Vic Beasley. There we go, Vic Beasley. They haven't had a really good pass rusher since then. I mean, they had Claiborne a couple of years ago that got like 10 sacks. But I mean, that was one dude. You know what I mean? Like when pass rushes, constant pass rush from both sides, whether it's outside linebackers or is it defensive ends, defensive tackles. So, moving on. With the 6th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Texans actually traded this pick to the Dolphins a year ago. I believe this was with I think this was a part of the Kenny Stills / Laramie Tunsil trade. So, with that being said, the Miami Dolphins select wide receiver Jamar Chase out of LSU, arguably the best wide receiver in this draft. His hands are like a machine, guys. He catches anything and everything that's thrown to him. So it's going to be very, very cool to see what he does with the receiving corps that they already have. With the 7th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting safety Andre Cisco out of Syracuse. Oh, man. The Eagles can go either way. They can go linebacker, safety. They can go even cornerback, quarterback. I mean, they need a lot, guys. I don't know how they went from Super Bowl champions to, I'm sorry to say this to all you Eagle fans, the shittiest team in the NFL. I'm sorry to say that they are. With the moving on with the 8th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the San Francisco 49ers possibly replacing now very old veteran Richard Sherman. So with that, I have them selecting cornerback Patrick Surtain II out of Ohio State. This guy is freaking bulky, guys. He is, God, man, he's literally like a freaking Richard Sherman, like as far as size. Like, he's huge, guys. His freaking bicep look like freaking legs. God, man. But this guy's gonna be a freaking solid 10-year starter for the 49ers. Moving on to the 9th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Dallas Cowboys selecting defensive tackle Christian Barmore out of Alabama. They need help in the interior. I mean, they got killed. They literally got killed. I forgot what team it was. I think it was Washington. They got killed in the middle. Like, they have really good DNs, but they have the suckiest defensive tackles. I mean, they got that Jivelmore, I forgot his name. But he just, like I said, it's coming back down to, like I said, one dude. One dude is not going to stop anyone. So with that being said, we move on to the 10th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. Sadly, that is our Los Angeles Chargers season to forget, guys. I see us hiring a new head coach. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm not going to say who it's going to be, who I think it's going to be. I just have no idea right now, guys. I mean, the reason is because I don't care enough for the Chargers to bring someone in that they know is gonna do good. I mean, I literally gave up on head coaches after Nerf Turner went to the shitter and we fired Marty Schottenheimer. So, like I said, I don't know who they're gonna choose, but whoever's the head coach, they're going to try to fix the main problem, and that main problem is our offensive line. So with that being said, with the 10th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have our Los Angeles Chargers selecting offensive tackle Sam Cosmi, or Cosmi, whatever you guys want to say, out of Texas. This guy, he is a freaking mauler, guys. He, besides Penei Sewell, this guy is the next best thing to an offensive tackle that we can literally be proud of selecting. Because, I mean, nothing against all the other offensive tackles in this draft. It's just, there's literally only like 3 to 4 offensive tackles in this draft that are worth it. It's not like last year where there was a whole freaking bunch of offensive tackles. That being said, we're moving on to the 11th pick. With the 11th pick, I have the Detroit Lions selecting wide receiver Jalen Waddle out of Alabama. Look, they need help at wide receiver. They need help at linebacker, quarterback, and interior defensive lineman. But they're going to go with the best player available here, and that's, at the time, Jalen Waddle. You got a decrease in Marvin Jones. You got, like, who else do they got? Don't they got that one dude? What's his name? I forgot. Bless you. I forgot who it is, but they got that one dude. Galladay. There we go. Galladay. That's one. Like I said, one dude. So I think they go receiver here, and they get Jalen Waddle. They get a receiver of the future. This guy's gonna be phenomenal for them. The 12th pick, this is part of the Jets trade with the Broncos. So with this being said, I have the New York Jets selecting cornerback Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech. Look, guys, we all watched the game when they faced the Chargers. They need help at cornerback so bad. I would not be surprised if, even with, let's say they have the first round pick and they don't trade down. Because remember, they still have, I believe, 2 second round picks already. So whether they select them at the first or the very next, whether it's I believe it's the 24th pick that they got. I forgot what pick it is. 27th would be if the Seahawks ended up being there. I mean, they can go either way, but they need cornerback. I would not be shocked if they select cornerback at both picks, but they need help at cornerback, and Caleb Farley is a very good choice. Very athletic, by the way. With the 13th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the New York Giants selecting defensive end / outside linebacker, to whatever they want to put him at. Carlos Basham out of Wake Forest. This guy has a very, very, very good technique of getting off the line. I think he's possibly the second best defensive end outside linebacker in this draft. So the Giants need help when it comes to pass rush, and this guy's it. With the 14th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the New England Patriots. Finally, guys, they're not going to bring Cam Newton back. That's a hell no, especially for Belichick. I think they're going to go quarterback this year, guys. This is what they should have done a year ago. Okay, I think Belichick learned his Belichick, and I mean, whether he's there or not next season, or even McDaniels is there, they're gonna go quarterback, and that's gonna be Trey Lance. Trey Lance out of North Dakota State is gonna be their quarterback. Okay, guys, they need to prepare for the future. They don't want to be a losing team, because remember, before Brady, they were a suck ass team, so they don't want to go back to that. So I mean, they tasted it for 1 year, and I'm not saying Trey Lance is going to start off right off the bat and be the best quarterback in the year, but he's better. He's definitely a better option in my mind than Cam Newton. With the next pick, 15th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Minnesota Vikings selecting offensive guard Wyatt Davis out of Ohio State. Now you're probably saying, why of all the offensive linemen left, why would it be Wyatt Davis? Well, Wyatt Davis is the best. Okay, the best run block offensive guard in this draft. Okay, and if anyone knows, the Vikings are a heavy run offense, and rightfully so, with a running back like Dalvin Cook. So they're gonna help this guy out, and he's gonna do phenomenal next year with that freaking run blocking. So, yeah. So, with the 16th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Washington football team selecting quarterback Zach Wilson out of BYU. I didn't have them selecting a quarterback at first, but then I thought about it. Look, they have who that's in that something Allen, and then they have Alex Smith, and then they have former first round pick Dwayne Haskins. Management does not like Haskins, guys. They're gonna trade him. I don't know what team they're gonna trade him to, but they're gonna trade him. And it's sad to see because Haskins has a lot of potential, but he's just on a very, very bad team. So yeah. With the 17th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Las Vegas Raiders selecting outside linebacker or inside linebacker Micah Parsons out of Penn State. Guys, this guy is arguably the best linebacker in my mind. I mean, it's kind of a toss-up between himself and Dylan Moses out of Alabama. But if Micah Parsons goes behind Dylan Moses, it's gonna be because he opted out. And even though, I mean, you look at his tape, 2019, this guy's a monster, and this is what the Raiders need. Nick Kwiatkowski is not the answer at inside linebacker. Whether they get Vontaze Burfict back next year, it won't matter. He's washed up. They need new blood, and that blood is going to be Micah Parsons. So, with the 18th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Chicago Bears selecting wide receiver Devontae Smith. Guys, other than Allen Robinson, who the hell do they got? I mean, they got Darnell Mooney, but like I said, he's one dude. They got to find a way to relieve some. I mean, they got Anthony Miller as well, but come on. I mean, Devontae Smith is really hard to pass up at this point. With the 19th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting cornerback Shaun Wade out of Ohio State. Look, guys, Patrick Peterson is not getting any younger. I'm not saying he's getting burned. I'm not saying he's even bad. It's they got to prepare for the future. They got what's his name, Byron a couple of years ago. So I mean, hey, why not get him the cornerback of the future? With the 20th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, my God, the Baltimore Ravens select safety Paris Ford out of Pittsburgh. They need help, guys. They released what's his name? Thomas, and they paid the price for it. I mean, the cornerbacks are good, but their safeties are shit. So yeah. With the 21st pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins, this is their original pick right now that they have. Remember, all these picks are not final. They select a linebacker, Dylan Moses out of Alabama. For some reason, Flores really likes his Alabama players. I mean, he selected Waquan Davis a year ago. Selected a couple of middle linebackers a couple of years ago from the Alabama. So, I mean, he loves his Alabama players. So, I'm not shocked if he goes Dylan Moses. With the 2022nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selecting defensive end / outside linebacker Kwity Paye out of Michigan. This guy's gonna need some time to develop. Whether he goes in the first or second, I don't think he'll go past second. I think he'll go in the second or first, or late first. He needs some time to develop, but he can be just as good as Jason Pierre-Paul. And I think that's what they're going to try to do, because Shaquille Barrett's a question mark right now whether he'll resign or not. With the 23rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Rams actually traded this pick to the Jaguars. I'm not sure what this trade was for. I feel like I remember, but I can't remember. Oh, this was for the Jalen Ramsey trade. So with this pick, they select offensive guard / offensive tackle Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. Look, guys, they need interior help, and this guy's it. He's not the best interior guard, but he's definitely better than what they have. So yeah, with the next pick, I have the 2024, the 24th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. I have the Cleveland Browns selecting outside linebacker Zaven Collins out of Tulsa. They need a linebacker, guys. They got really good inside linebackers, but not outside linebackers. So this guy's definitely going to help. With the 25th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Indianapolis Colts selecting wide receiver Terrace Marshall Jr. out of LSU. Big guy, 6 foot. I believe he's 6'4", 210 pounds. This guy's he's big. He reminds me a lot of Reggie Wayne as far as like height and stuff. So this is what the Colts need and what they should get. With the 26th pick, I have the Tennessee Titans selecting defensive tackle Davian Nixon out of Iowa. This guy is another player that opted out, but when he does play, he's a monster, guys. He's a run stuffer, and that's the run stop has not been good for the Tennessee Titans this year. With the 27th pick, the Seattle Seahawks actually traded this pick to the Jets for the Jamal Adams trade. So with this pick, I have the Jets selecting. They already selected a cornerback, so they're gonna go their next option. That's wide receiver, out of wide receiver Marquez Stevenson out of Houston. This guy's he's gonna need time to develop, but when he does develop, he'll be very good. I'm gonna be very excited to see what he and what's his name? What's that one guy they drafted last year? I can't remember, but I know he's gonna be very good. With the 20th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the New Orleans Saints selecting linebacker Chaz Surratt out of North Carolina. They really need help at linebacker. I mean, Jesus. The only good linebacker they have is like Demario Davis. Other than that, everybody else sucks. Yeah. With the 29th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers selecting offensive tackle Alex Leatherford out of Alabama. Their right tackle sucks. Like they need to do something about that. So they're gonna select Alex Leatherford as their right tackle. With the 30th pick, I have the Kansas City Chiefs selecting offensive guard / center Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern. Their center they have now, I think it's like Austin Rader, is trash. Like literally garbo. Yeah. With the 31st pick, I have the Buffalo Bills. The last 2 picks are actually picks that I chose. I think that the Bills and the Packers will go to the Super Bowl with the Packers winning. So with the 31st pick, I have the Bills selecting outside linebacker Joe Tryon out of Washington. This guy's more of a 3-4 type of linebacker, but they tend to run, their right outside linebacker tends to be a power rusher. So I wouldn't be shocked if they select this guy. With the last pick in the draft, I have the Green Bay Packers selecting wide receiver Rondale Moore out of Purdue. They finally get Aaron Rodgers another weapon other than Devontae Adams, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be very happy. Very, very happy. And so is, what's his name? What's that quarterback they drafted? Like, it was so stupid when they drafted him. Well, it's not stupid that they drafted him. It just doesn't make sense. I forgot his name. Jordan Love or whatever. Julian Love or whatever his name is. But Rondale Moore will be a great option for them, or selection for them. So, guys, with that being said, that wraps up my mock draft. Pretty much, there was only one trade I really made as part of my draft. Every other trade that was on here is literally real life. I hope you guys like it. I know it's a long video. You guys can skip through it if you guys want to. Like I said, guys, thank you for watching. Click the like button if you really like this. If you guys want to give me your comments, who you think your team will select, leave in the comments, guys. Leave your team, leave your pick, and who you think they'll pick or who they should pick as far as your team. And remember, guys, stay classy.